What's up and what's happening, y'all? Really quickly, before the daily dose gets started, I want to talk about two very important things. The things that drive QSR and retail success are people and profits. Do you understand how to connect with people, and do you understand how to keep more of what your organization is earning? If you struggle, or if you want to take that to the next level, head over to tpenow.com. That's tpenow.com, and let's get connected. We have 4 total coaches that are passionate, that are dedicated, and that are skilled to help people and profits grow and advance in your organization. Again, head over to tpenow.com if you want to get connected with a peer-led company that is focused on bringing new and fresh information to businesses to help them pivot into their next. Let's go.
What's up, TPE family? It's time for us to get a little better with the Daily Dose of Leadership with Alex Seal. Let's go!
What's up and what's happening, TPE fam? We're back with another daily dose of leadership where the aim and goal is to always get better each and every day. My name is Alex Seal, and I'm glad to be you guys' host because I've had over 20 years of organizational experience with the world's most caring company. Also, in those 20 years, I spent 15 years in leadership. So what that means is I've had the opportunity to lead, grow, and develop systems that help push a business forward, that helps push an organization forward. So I believe that we have a wealth of experience and knowledge to bring to the table. And so we use the daily dose to do just that, to bring that information to you all in the form of this video. If you're consuming this on YouTube, if you're watching this on LinkedIn or on Twitch or on Facebook, we come on every day, Monday through Friday at 4:30, where we bring new and fresh information to help you pivot into your next. Also, if video is not your thing and you enjoy podcasts, this broadcast is available the following business day at 6:30 in the morning. It should upload to Spotify and also be available on Apple Podcasts and on Google Podcasts. So if you guys want to go back and listen to some of those old episodes, they're all segmented by subject. You go to the title of something that you're looking for, and there's something there. We have over 150 episodes of the Daily Dose. We have over 20 episodes of the Pivot Experience podcast, where we've interviewed and had longer form conversation around different areas of leadership, business, and just life in general. And so we believe that we have a great content mix. And also, too, I'll be remiss if I didn't mention that we also are collaborating with Marriage, Money, and Mindset. Alexis and Jared are providing content to the platform that speaks into financial help. You know, they're not necessarily saying that they're financial experts. They're just lending their opinion on their experiences and the things that they're actively and currently doing. So we're excited to have that there on the platform available because we feel like, you know, the TPE is the aim is for us to help the whole person get better, the entire person get better, because we believe that, you know, if we take a multi-pronged approach in helping you develop as a leader, you'll inevitably have a greater impact on your community and your home. And so today, in today's Daily Dose, we're going to be talking about three ways mindfulness can boost relationships and leadership. 3 ways that mindfulness can boost relationships and leadership. And I think this is an important topic for us to consider in our organizations and in business, particularly now when sometimes we can get bombarded or overwhelmed with where the state of the economy is. We forget about the people component of what we do. We forget about the fact that in our organizations that are people driven, that we need the people to be in the right frame of mind. We need people to feel cared for. We need people to feel like we're there for them in order for them to perform at their highest level. And so I definitely think having a sense of mindfulness around these areas that I'm going to speak to can help bridge the gap in that area for you as an organization. Again, I know things are tight, and I know everybody's watching everything that goes on with their business financially, and that's healthy. But at the same time, though, and there's a leadership program that we use that speaks to valuing the relationships and the results. Like, it's not an either or. You have to have both of those things running in place. And so this is going to speak to that valuing the relationships component of it. And there's three things I want to canvas really quickly. And you've kind of heard me talk about these things before individually, but I think it's worth another go at it. I think it's worth another look for us to continue to grow and to advance in this area. So number one, enhancing your empathy. I think empathy is extremely important, and it is extremely important for the leader to leverage their skills of being empathetic towards the people that they're tasked to lead. I think it's very important that we prioritize empathy. A lot of times we take on the demeanor as leaders that, especially if we're seasoned and we've been around for a long time, we lose the edge to want to be empathetic, or we lose the edge to want to try to pour into the people that not necessarily pour into, but hear their perspective from them. See things the way they're seeing it, understand where they're coming from. And I think it's a fine line between wanting to coach and show people a better way versus trying to overpower them and not hear where they are. Most organizations and workplaces are generationally different. And so if you're working with a blended, if you're in a workplace that's blended with multiple generations present, is at your advantage to want to be able to try to understand what either the older generation or a younger generation is seeing, feeling, and doing within the things that you're doing. So that's enhancing that empathy, understanding, practicing different skills to get a deeper understanding of the people around you. When you're in conversations with people, do you pay attention to body language? Do you pay attention to their facial expressions? Do you pay attention to the mannerisms? Because a lot of times, particularly when it's a leader, team member situation, you might not get the most honest verbal answers for them. But if you look for those nonverbal cues, you can that could help push you towards the mindset of asking additional questions that will help you have a deeper understanding of what they really feel, what they really are going through. So I definitely think enhancing the empathy is very important. Number two, navigating difficult conversations. This is probably one of the hardest pieces of being a leader, but especially when you're a leader that shows care. Like when you care about when you genuinely care about the people that you're working with, and it's not all about the numbers. It's not all about making a profit. When you're and again, profits are important, but you got to understand you got to have people in order to make profits. But when you're prioritizing, when you have a heart to prioritize people, it gets difficult to have difficult conversations. It gets hard to navigate those things because there's certain things pulling on your heartstrings or pulling on the emotional side of you as a person that wants to see this person do well, that wants to see this person advance, that wants to see this person excel. However, you got to have the conversation. You got to be able to control your emotions, whether good or bad, to create productive conversations. Because in the long run, people appreciate when you're honest with them and when you tell them what they need to be told. Because it might sting in the beginning or it might sting during the course of the conversation, but the more you practice doing this, the better you'll get. So I definitely would say, hey, prioritize and make time around making sure that you're putting people's performance and their movement in your business to the test by navigating those difficult conversations. And last but certainly not least, fostering compassion. You taking the extra steps and you pulling out the extra in you to be able to get a better understanding of what it is that your team is going through, a better understanding of what triggers them, and help them by offering them some level of mentorship, or at least pointing them into a direction of someone who can act as a mentor towards them to help them get to that next level in their lives. And so that fostering compassion, if you make that a tone of the leadership team as a whole, or just a team as a whole in general, then more positive reactions or more positive results will find themselves in your business whenever you start to prioritize that. And so I definitely would think you want to expound on creating an environment where people feel like it's okay to express compassion. It's okay to hear out and understand what it is that people are going through without feeling judged or without being penalized for it. So those are the three things that I think are important to developing a good relationships and leadership, that mindfulness around these three areas. And those three areas are: one, enhancing your empathy; two, navigating difficult conversations; and three, fostering compassion. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's Daily Dose. I definitely don't take your time for granted. I hope something was said today that'll help you get to the next level in your life and just help you get a little bit better. If you can, do me a huge favor, go over to tpenow.com. And you might be telling yourself, man, I've been listening to these daily doses and I want to continue to push myself forward. I want to go to the next level. How can we get connected? How can we do more? If you book a discovery call, you can get with myself or any of the other coaches to help you get to the next level in your life. We have over 50 years of combined organizational experience and leading well over 1,000 people over that course of time, to where we know what it takes to help other people reach the levels that they want to reach in their lives, and we are committed to being able to help you get to that point. And so let's get connected. Let's figure out how can we continue to advance this conversation and advance you ultimately to help you become a better leader, better business owner, just overall better person in general. So I'm glad to serve you all in this capacity. Again, like, share, and subscribe to the content. If you haven't already, go over to @TPE Now on Instagram. That's our business Instagram page. We'll love to connect with you there. And until next time, TPE family, peace.
The Pivot Experience, also known as the TPE, is all about helping you get to your next. What is your next? Your next promotion, your next career move, opening that business. If this is you or you're interested in any of these items or anything that pertains to leadership, let's book a discovery call so we can discover exactly what direction you want to go in and how can I help. Let's get connected.